Hello there, I represent Gold Standard Radio, and I started doing these videos. I do lots of different videos, but I decided to do these videos because I was thinking about Gold Standard Radio. It's kind of promoting emerging artists from around the world and also established artists, but it's about, sometimes artists have a dream of coming to the UK to perform, and they do not understand the implications of that. They do not understand the legislation. And sometimes you can watch thousands of videos about visas and travel and that kind of stuff. But I try to get to the root and try to explain about different visa situations and, well, visa related situations in a way that makes sense to you, the artist, especially because I talk in layman's terms, or I think I talk in layman's terms, and I kind of go over and above what the other, what do we call them, vloggers do, because they tend to be very safe and they'll tend to just tell you the facts, which is what we should all be doing. But what I try to do is also tell you the little things that could affect you that they are not going to tell you. But anyway, this video is not really going to give you any meat. I did a video the other day about the ETA, which is the Electronic Travel Authorization, and it came out in January, early January, and the fee was £10. Would you believe that fee is going up again? It'll probably take effect on the 1st of April, like everything does. At the moment, it's waiting approval, but they're expecting it to go up to £16. Now, when you think about the ETA in America, it's been so low. The fee has been so low for years, and UK has just come up with this ETA and seen it as something that they can increase the price of to the maximum. And what they've decided to do, they've decided to increase immigration fees in certain areas to the maximum allowed. So that's according to the UK immigration vlogger on YouTube. But anyway, under the Immigration and Nationality Fees Amendment Order 2025, fees are going to increase for ETA, sponsorship for visa routes, naturalisation as a British citizen and a British overseas territory citizen, and certain nationality related services. So, like I've said, the ETA, which again is the Electronic Travel Authorization, and that does not allow you to enter a country. It simply authorizes you to travel. So you can be authorized to travel just because they've done a check on who you are, where you're staying, and that kind of stuff. But when you reach the destination country, in this case the UK, you can still not be allowed entry. So it's just like you're paying a fee, a compulsory fee, it's mandatory, and it's got no guarantees, apart from it's supposed to prevent delays. It's supposed to allow them smoother access. Once you have it, you can just go in because they know you've been checked out. So like I said, that's gone from £10 in January to £16, probably the 1st of April, but they haven't said that. It hasn't been printed yet. It's still going through approval, like I said. So are these other ones. We've got the sponsorship visa routes, which could apply to you because if you're, well, it'd be applying to the sponsor, because some sponsors want to bring artists over. And you need to know that's going to cost them £525. It's going up to £525. I don't know what it was before. And then we have the naturalisation as a British citizen. That won't apply to you as a visiting artist. But that's going up. Well, that is going up to 1,605. And British overseas territories, citizens and certain nationality related services, that's going up to 1,070. So it's, like I said, it's getting more and more challenging to enter the UK, more and more expensive. Um, as Boris Johnson said, he only wants the best of the best, and that seems to imply that you need to be pretty well off. You can't come here struggling and using your last few shekels to visit the UK for an opportunity. That's not going to work. You need to be stable. You need to be financially fluid. You need to have recognition, and you need, you need to be established. I see little hope for emerging artists visiting the UK under the standard visitors visa and trying to get paid employment. The thing is, you can come in on a creative visa, but there's still quite a high criteria. And with a creative visa, you have to more or less be prepared to perform for free. And if in certain circumstances, and I think it all depends on how long you're in the country for and whether or not you're doing one gig or more than one gig. And I think in certain circumstances, you need to be able to be invited to a festival, one of the Home Office's approved festivals that accommodate at least 15,000 attendees. So you know it's going to be a large festival. So you have to be thinking that unless you can get through the gates via Britain's Got Talent or the X Factor, which seems to be dying out these days, and I think it's dying out because it's getting more and more expensive to bring people over, you're not going to have much opportunity to perform in the UK, unless, of course, like I've said, you have exceptional circumstances. There's always individual circumstances, there's always exceptions to the rules, so nothing is written in stone. I'm only qualified up to level 2 OISC, so I cannot give advice. You do need advice from an immigration lawyer. Richmond Chambers in London, they seem to be pretty good immigration lawyers, but not I'm recommending them. I've never used them, but they always pop up, and anytime I go to their website, their information is very useful and user friendly. So that's the reason why I mentioned them. But yeah, it's not an easy road. It's best for me, I always say, don't get your hopes up. When you approach things like this, like coming to the UK, always think at your back of your mind, have a contingency plan, because like I said, the UK is very, very difficult to get in. They're only interested in people who are going to bring money into the UK, who's going to elevate the character and reputation of the UK. That's all they're interested in. So if you're, say, somebody who's got 30 million subscribers or followers, you might be small fry in your country, but that would give you some credibility, because it shows that you are renowned. It shows that if you came into the country, you'd probably have a good following. It means that people would turn up to see you. But you have to have some concrete evidence of why you are an established artist, or maybe not even established, but an emerging artist, but with potential. And that's what we have to think about. So I think I have covered everything. A temporary ETA exemption for airside transit passengers who do not pass through the border control at Heathrow and Manchester airports, as they are the only airports providing transit facilities, require approval like the others. So what they're saying is, if you're not coming directly into the UK, but you're just in transit, you won't need to purchase one of the ETA, the pay £16 for the electronic travel authorization. Now, I hope this has been useful for you, and I think that's all for now. As news comes in, I'll share it with you that I think is relevant and useful. Okay then, bye-bye.